Tell the truth, when you look at this problem, do you just blank out and get that nervous feeling in your stomach? You can admit it, your biggest difficulty isn't the calculation, it's the interpretation, it's knowing how to turn Portuguese into math. I'm Professor Robson Lyers, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to unlock your mind with 3 exam problems that test makers love to ask, but most candidates get wrong because of simple mistakes. Stay with me until the end, because I prepared a Riddle-level challenge that will separate those who will pass from those who will keep studying. Are you ready? So grab a pen and paper and let's solve this problem right now. Here's the first question. Anna is twice Bruno's age. 6 years from now, the sum of their ages will be 48 years. What is Anna's current age? Let's go. We have 2 verb tenses, today, which is the present, and in the future, 6 years from now, okay? So let's organize things here. The first step is organization. Today and in the future. All right. Today and in the future. Today, I'll represent Anna's age as A. I'll represent Bruno's age as B. Since the question says Anna is twice Bruno's age and we don't know Bruno's age, I'll use X. Since Anna's age is double, then double X is 2X. That's today. She has it now, so that's today, the present. In 6 years, in the future. Well, in 6 years will pass for each of them. Time doesn't just pass for one person, it passes for everyone. So if Anna is 2x years old today, in 6 years she will be 2x plus 6 years old. In the same way, Bruno. Bruno is x years old today, and in 6 years he will be x plus 6. And it's exactly this future age that we're going to work with. Because the question says the following. In 6 years, the sum of their ages will be 48 years. So, the sum of these ages in the future, 2x plus, I'll put it here, 2x plus 6 plus x plus 6, which is Anna's age in the future, plus Bruno's age in the future, will be equal to 48 years, all right? We've set up our equation here. Taking the like terms here, 2x plus x, that's 3x. So, I'll continue up here, 3x, 6 plus 6, that's 12, so plus 12, that's equal to 48. The 12 is being added, so let's move it to the other side of the equation by subtracting. So, 3x will be equal to 48 minus 12. So, 3x will be equal to 48 minus 12, which is 36. To find the value of x, we can divide both sides of the equation by 3. It's the same as taking the 3 and moving it down to divide. You can do it that way too. I can even do it like this. Here, the 3 is multiplying. We move it down to divide. So x will be equal to 36 divided by 3. 36 divided by 3 is 12. We conclude that x is equal to 12. Be careful, because this is not what the question is asking for. Look at the question here. The question is this one. What is Anna's current age? We represented Anna's current age as 2x. If x is 12, 2x is 2 times 12, which is 24. So Anna's age is 24 years old. That's right. If you chose letter D here, you got the question right. Okay? Problem number 2. Shall we go? Here, 5 years ago, Carlos was 3 times Pedro's age. Today, the sum of their ages is 50 years. How old is Pedro now? In the same way, we have 2 verb tenses, but here we have the past, which is 5 years ago, back in the past, 5 years ago. Carlos was 3 times Pedro's age. Today, the sum of their ages. So here we have 2 verb tenses. Past, I'll write it here. Back in the past, 5 years ago, and today, which is the present, okay? So let's go. I'll represent Carlos as C here and Pedro as P. So continuing here, 5 years ago, Carlos was 3 times Pedro's age. Well, back in the past, 5 years ago, I didn't know Pedro's age, so I'll represent that age by X. Since Carlos was 3 times Pedro's age, then Carlos was 3x, 3x, 3 times Pedro's age. So these ages were from 5 years ago, 5 years ago. So today, they are 5 years older, 3x plus 5 and x plus 5. Okay? Carlos is 3x plus 5 and Pedro is x plus 5. And it's with these ages that we're going to work because the question says the following. Today, the sum of their ages is 50 years. So today, the sum of these two ages here is equal to 50. So let's do it here. 3x plus 5, which is Carlos's age today, plus x plus 5, which is Pedro's age today, equals 50. Taking the like terms here, 3x plus x, that's 4x. So continuing here, 4x 5 plus 5 is 10. I'll move it to the other side by subtracting. It will be equal to 50, which remains on the right side of the equation. This 5 plus 5 here, which is equal to 10, I'll move to the other side by subtracting, minus 10. Continuing up here, 4x will be equal to 50 minus 10 is 40. I'll take the 4, which is multiplying x, and move it to the other side, dividing. So x will be equal to 40 divided by 4. We conclude that x is equal to 10. We've found the value of x here. Well, the question is, how old is Pedro now? We represent Pedro's age today currently as x plus 5. If x is equal to 10, then Pedro's age today will be 10 plus 5, 10 plus 5, that equals 15. So, Pedro's age today is 15 years old. Whoever chose option B here got it right and aced the question. All good? Were you able to solve it? You have to solve it before looking at my solution, all right? Then let me know in the comments. Let's go to question 3. A father is 4 times his son's age. In 10 years, he will be twice his son's age. What is the sum of their current ages? Be careful not to fall for this trick because a lot of people end up forgetting. If you add it up at the end, you'll get it wrong. So check this out. In the same way, there are 2 verb tenses, today and in the future, in 10 years. So I'll write it down here so we can organize it. Today and in 10 years, that is in the future. Well, representing the father as P and the son as F. The question says the following. The father is 4 times the age of the son. We don't know the son's age. I'll represent the son's age as x. If the father is 4 times his age, then the father's age will be 4x, okay? In the future, in 10 years from now, the question says it's in 10 years, so 10 years will pass. The father will have 4x plus 10 years, 4x plus 10, and the son will have x plus 10. And it's with these future ages that we're going to work because that's what the question says. And in 10 years, he will be twice the age of his son. Here, he will be twice the age of his son. That is, the father's age is 4x plus 10. I'll write it here, 4x plus 10. So, the father's age will be equal to 2 times the son's age, which is x plus 10. We set up our equation, we transformed it from Portuguese to mathematics, from verbal form to algebraic form. Now let's solve this equation. 4x plus 10 here, I'll repeat. 4x plus 10 will be equal. The 2 multiplies every term inside the parentheses. 2 times x, 2x plus 2 times 10 equals 20. Continuing here, everything with a letter I'll leave on the first side of the equation, everything with a number on the second side. So 4x will stay here. 2x I'll move to the other side, subtracting minus 2x. This equals 20, which stays on this side. Plus 10 goes to the other side as minus 10. Continuing up here, 4x minus 2x is 2x. That equals 20 minus 10, which is 10. If 2x equals 10, you can even solve it in your head. We conclude here that x equals 5. 2 times 5 is 10. We found the value of x here. The question asks for the sum of the current ages. Well, if the father's age is 4x and x is equal to 5, then we conclude here that the father's age is 4 times 5, which is equal to 20. We've found the father's age here. And the son's age is equal to x. X is equal to 5, so the son's age is 5. Since the question asks for the sum of the ages, the sum will be 20 plus 5, which is equal to 25 years. So the sum of the current ages of the father and the son is 25. Whoever chose option B here celebrated and got the question completely right. Well, now I'm going to leave a challenge for you. So can you solve this challenge? It's the gauge to see if you really learned how to interpret today. Comment your answer below. I want to see who gets it right. If this lesson was eye-opening, please like and subscribe to help the channel reach more people with math. Now, if you feel like you need a stronger foundation, if you want to stop blanking out during tests, the way to go is to study systematically. In my course, I take you by the H and teach you math from scratch, straight to the point, focusing only on what the test makers actually test, with no beating around the bush. The link is down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. Check it out and come study with me. Professor Robson Lyas sends a big hug and we'll see you next class.